another Raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draft Raw Authentic. Yes, I am here with another one, and like I said, it's a Raw video, so there will be no edits. Hello, folks. I just got done with work. As you can probably look at me and tell, I am a little bit tired, but still good, productive day. Anyway, if you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be an update video slash a response video to a YouTuber named Engraven Vids. It's not a response like I talked to him or something like that. It's a response of he made a video, I think like last week, and then someone asked him who would the Ravens take at the number 16 pick. And I just wanted to talk about that real quick. I told myself when I made this channel that I wasn't going to do nothing about the Baltimore Ravens, nothing with them, because I didn't want to be kind of biased to just one team because they are my favorite team. But I decided to say, you know what the heck with it. You know, I might as well just do one. And obviously, because my name is Draft Raw Authentic, it's going to be about the draft. So anyway, update. First, the cornerbacks video will be coming out this Saturday, April 14th. After that, the Wednesday after, I will be putting out the safety video. Now, the Saturday after this next week Wednesday, I will not be having a video out. Maybe I will put a video out, but may not. It is my brother's birthday / baby shower. He's having a kid, having a girl, so I gotta go to that baby shower. He's coming down from Ohio, and I'm gonna be hanging out with him, helping him with what's gonna go on in the baby shower. So, so that's basically what's going on with that. And then, after that, after this set, the next Saturday, the 21st, I believe it will be, what is it? You got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's the 25th. I should have knew that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But the 25th, I'll be coming out with the last draft video. Now, as of today, if you did not know, it is 2 weeks. Count them. 2 weeks and a day before the NFL draft. And the day before, the 25th, I will be putting out a video where I will be reviewing all of the positions in the draft. Every single position, probably split it up between offense and defense for 2 different videos. I want to try to keep it under, within 20 minutes. But if I can't, if it goes into 30 minutes, it is what it is. But basically, I'll be doing that. I'm gonna do something special with it too, where I'm gonna actually split it up in a way of when I name a position, I'm gonna go into like kind of categories of like different players of that position, and then I'm gonna give an overall grade. Now the categories I'm gonna go into is I'm gonna name which player from the position that I think is gonna be the biggest bust. Which player, and if you don't know what a bust is a player that gets drafted in the first or maybe even second round and end up just not working out, period. They get all this hype and they end up being a player that's not good. Then I'm going to name which player will be the safest pick. And that's basically which player should be pretty good, regardless. He should be pretty good. Which player is going to be a solid depth player / backup player? And that's just more of the player I think that he may not live up to the hype of who he is, or maybe he does live up to his hype, but he's going to be a guy that's going to stick around the league for a long time. He may not be a superstar or Hall of Famer or whatever, or perennial Pro Bowler, but he will be a guy that's going to stick around for a very, very long time. And then the last one is the hidden gem of the draft. This is the guy that I would say is the hidden gem / boom pick. So there's always a bust pick, and then there's a boom pick. The player that's going to end up being a more bigger time player than what they were projected to be. The guys that will get chosen in the 5th, 6th, 7th, or even just go undrafted. It's the hidden gem in the draft. So that's how I'm going to do it. And like I said, afterwards, I'm going to give an overall grade for each position. So, just tell you what I think about it. And we're just going to get into it. So we're about 5.5 minutes into this video. And like I said, I had the second part of this is about the Baltimore Ravens and what would they do at pick 16. At pick 16, the question that he had that was on Instagram was, should the Ravens take Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle from Notre Dame, or should they take wide receiver DJ Moore? I'm going to say this. I believe that the Ravens have to choose a playmaker, and I think they should take DJ Moore. Now, if they take McGlinchey, I'm going to be okay with McGlinchey. I'm not gonna be too happy about it, but I will be okay with the pick. The problem that I have is that if you take McGlinchey, you're putting him at right tackle. I am not a huge fan of having players at the right tackle position drafted in the first round. I am not a huge fan of that. The reason why I'm not a huge fan of that is because I feel as though when you're drafting an offensive tackle in the higher rounds, you should be looking for a franchise blindside protector, a left tackle, a guy that, with most quarterbacks are being right-handed, most of the time they're not going to see if a defensive end is coming around behind them to hit them, so you need the franchise left tackle. That's what I would choose in the first or second round. I won't choose no daggone right tackle in the first round or second round. I believe that if you're choosing a right tackle, they should be in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever, and so forth. And the reason why I believe that, like I said, the position is important, but it's not as important as choosing a tackle that is a blindside protector. And so obviously the Ravens already have a left tackle. So we don't need to choose a tackle in the first round. This is just my belief. Whatever anybody else's belief, that's their belief. But this is just my belief. I do feel as though DJ Moore is one of the better receivers in this draft. And I actually would not be mad if they took a DJ Moore or even a Calvin Ridley. I believe that both guys will be solid picks. I like DJ Moore a little bit more than Calvin Ridley. But I think maybe just a little slight bias because DJ Moore is from Maryland. There's a little slight bias there, but at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a huge bias because DJ Moore can do a little bit more in terms of getting yards after the catch. That means when he catches the ball, he can start running upfield. He can get the extra yardage that you need. So if you catch it 5 yards, he can run up the field and get like an extra 10 yards, which is pretty darn good. That's what I like about him. That's not really Calvin Ridley's game. But I've said before in my wide receiver video that I think Courtland Sutton is the best receiver. Some people don't think that, and actually, when it comes to the media, how they're putting it out, he's not a guy that's going to get drafted that high anyway. But if the Ravens were to draft him at 16, I would be really, really happy about it because he is my favorite receiver in the draft. I've been watching for the last 2 years, and he reminds me of a combination of like a Brandon Marshall and a Mike Evans. So if you know who those two guys are, they are big, tall receivers that kind of make a living off of catching jump balls, kind of make a living off of jumping over defensive backs and snatching the ball out the air where no other player could probably get it. But anyway, at the 16th pick, that was the question. I say DJ Moore. Please take DJ Moore. That's what I will take. And when it comes to the rest of the draft, running backs, tight ends, tackle, interior offensive lineman, whatever. The one thing that I'm not a huge fan of if the Ravens would do is taking a defensive player. I feel as though, first of all, they're bringing back every single player on defense besides Ladarius Webb, and we don't even need Webb because we let him go. But they're bringing back every single player that we had. There's no point of drafting a defensive player. I know some people are like, well, you still got to draft defense. No. The Ravens made they did what they did last year with their first 4 picks being defensive players. And I did a study on when it comes to the first 3 picks that the Ravens have had since 2009, actually, since 2009. So from 2009 to 2017. And out of those first 3 picks from each draft, only 3 players since 2009 to 2017 were offensive players. I believe that was Breshad Perriman, Max Williams, and Torrey Smith. Actually, I'm not. Sorry, it was 4 because Bernard Pierce was the other one too. But you think about that. Think of how many picks that were, and we're talking about just 4. Just 4. It's pretty sad that the offensive position had been ignored for the first 3 rounds from 2009 to 2017. Count that. 09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That is 9 drafts. 9 times 3, that's 27. 23 out of 27 players were defensive guys in the first 3 picks. Not first 3 rounds, the first 3 picks. 23 out of 27. Straight offense this draft. It has to be offense. So whatever they do in the rest of these picks, it has to be offense. I don't care. It has to be offense. I'm sorry. People may look at me and I'm like, oh, that's stupid. He makes it. No. When you hear that number, you start to think like, yeah, maybe he actually is right. I am right. We need to just draft offense. I don't care what it is. We just need to draft offense. I don't care what receivers we got in free agency. We need to draft receivers. We need to draft tight end, a running back, whatever, offensive line. If we want to draft a a tackle or a center or a guard, whatever. We just need to draft that. I wouldn't be mad if we chose a defensive player, but please not in the first 3 picks. It needs to be straight offense. Because even when it seemed like we had a little bit of hope of drafting offensive players, we still ended up drafting a defensive player with our third pick. We need to draft offense this draft, point blank period. Baltimore Ravens fans, y'all already know what it is. Once again, I want to shout out Engraving Vids. I kind of not stole your question or whatever, but I kind of just redid a video that you already did with the question. I'm supporting you. I like your videos. You seem like a really good, knowledgeable guy. You don't seem like too biased for anything, and you give out some real stuff, and I like your videos. So I'm shouting you out, Engraving Vids. You're one of my favorite YouTubers as of right now. And thank you. Anyway, thank everybody for watching. Once again, this is Draft Raw Authentic. Yes. And please, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and you like my videos and you like what I talk about. Please share the video so other people can see it and we can build a drafting community. I'm trying to get like Vach Lombardi right now. Shouting out Vach Lombardi. That dude is a beast. I'm trying to get like him. Please comment below. Please, comment anything that can help me out. Comment. If you know guys like a Flimlo Raps or Vach Lombardi or Engraving Vids, those are my 3 favorite sport YouTuber guys, But anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.